There's a need for transformation that cannot be overlooked. There are no easy solutions. We must push forward. We're living in an intense, vibrant period of history, and it's becoming increasingly urgent to plan our country's future. It will take creativity, flexibility, and technological innovation. We need speed and expertise to manage this change. At this moment, Milan's reputation is at an all-time high. Politecnico is an attractive, large, open laboratory in the heart of Milan, featuring the innovative study programs needed to prepare for new professions and to face new challenges. The research and experimentation of today will illuminate tomorrow. We need creativity and intuition. This is a great opportunity. The challenges that lie before us are tough. Now's the time to take our destiny into our own hands, to seize the day, to pioneer the change. We must stay switched on. There's a need for transformation that cannot be overlooked.
Perfecto, pues vamos a comenzar. Hola a todos, espero estén muy bien, espero que me escuchen. De hecho, si me escuchan, si me pueden poner ahí en el chat si te escuchamos o simplemente mandarme una manita arriba, estaría perfecto para saber que podemos comenzar. Súper, muchísimas gracias. Perfecto, chicos. Bueno, pues bienvenidos a todos. Mi nombre es Carla Plasencia y estamos súper contentas de tenerlos hoy en esta sesión. Yo no les voy a robar mucho tiempo, solamente les voy a platicar un poquito cómo funciona la plataforma. Del lado derecho de su pantalla ven el chat. Aquí nos pueden mandar saludos o nos pueden poner desde donde nos acompañan, como hizo aquí Valentina de Argentina. Si tienen dudas durante la presentación, tenemos una pestañita de preguntas. Ahí nos pueden poner todas las preguntas que tengan y al final vamos a tener una sesión de Q&A para tratar de contestar todas las dudas posibles. Y si no quieren escuchar las notificaciones, las pueden mutear simplemente dando clic en la campanita que está del lado superior derecho de su chat y así ya no van a escuchar las notificaciones ni van a, porque a veces es un poquito como que te agarra desprevenido y no sabes ni qué onda. Pero bueno, pues ya no les robo más tiempo, les voy a presentar a nuestras presentadoras del día de hoy. Ellas son Chiara Mambretti e Irene Luján, que nos acompañan desde Milán. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos y el escenario es todo suyo.
Well, thank you, Carla. And thank you, everybody, for being online with us. The presentation will be in two languages because I will present in English, but Irene, who's from Spain, will present in Spanish and will share with you her amazing experience at Politecnico di Milano. So welcome, Irene. Thank you for being with us.
Gracias, Chiara. Thank you.
And so I think the main character today is Irene, because she will explain and share her experience as a student here. So you might be very interested in that. But I will start presenting the Politecnico, just informing you about your studying opportunity you might have here at our university, which is a technical university based in Milan, offering programs in architecture, design, and engineering at bachelor, master, and PhD level. And as the name itself says, the university is based in Milan, was established in Milan in 1863, and now is a very important body for the city of Milan, because there is always a very strong connection between the local bodies and Politecnico di Milano. The professors and researchers they also take part to the events organized in Milan, to a lot of expositions and exhibitions here. And of course, the students can enjoy the city a lot. So maybe, Irene, you might want to share something about being in Milan as an international student.
Yeah, sure. Bueno, pues yo soy Irene, como ya me han presentado antes, y soy una estudiante de ingeniería espacial que llegó aquí a Milán hace 1 año y medio. Y he de decir que como ciudad me sorprendió porque tiene de todo y además está todo muy cerca, que puedes llegar a todos los sitios súper bien y sin emplear muchísimo tiempo. Que eso en una ciudad pues no suele ser lo normal porque es un poco pequeñita. Y a mí me gusta mucho porque yo no vivo en el centro, vivo cerca de la universidad. Y aún así, en 20 minutos estoy en el centro y hago un montón de planes. Hay muchísimas cosas que hacer, desde ir a museos hasta salir a tomar algo, a hacer el aperitivo, que se lleva mucho aquí en Italia. Y también me gusta mucho que hay mucho ambiente tanto de estudiantes como internacional. O sea, tú sales y aunque no conozcas a la gente, siempre te sientes bien, sientes recibido y son todos muy simpáticos. Y no sé, yo estoy muy contenta aquí, me gusta mucho como ciudad.
I'm super happy to hear that, Irene. From my point of view, I also love Milan a lot.
Yeah.
I've been a student here, even if I'm not international student, but I decided to move to Milan, so I really like it here and enjoying the city from a different point of view, because I'm not a student anymore, but still it offers a lot also to people who are a little bit more grown up than you. As I was saying, Milan is the main city for Politecnico di Milano, so we have 2 campuses here, but we have other programs offered in different cities which are really close to Milan, like Lecco, Piacenza, Cremona, and Mantova. Of course, a lot of you will come from very, very, very countries like Argentina and Colombia, where the distances are huge, while here in Italy, the distances are very, very different. So I'm talking about a maximum of 2 hours train ride from a city to another. So if you want to enjoy Milan but live in a different place and study a different program which is offered on a different campus, you can definitely do so without any problem. And I suggest also traveling from Milan to other places in Italy and in Europe, because it's super well connected with other places, with other countries. And I think, Irene, you took advantage of the location of Milan for discovering Italy and Europe, I hope.
Yes, yes. Sí, el año pasado la verdad es que hice bastantes viajes tanto dentro de Italia como fuera, porque yo que soy de Madrid también está muy bien comunicado, pero he de decir que Milán está en el centro de Europa y se puede llegar a todos los sitios súper fácil. Está muy bien.
Yeah, it's true. It's from not far from the seaside, not far from the mountains, and from lakes, and from other very beautiful cities. So it's definitely a easy place to discover Europe from. And it's also a very important place to be for being in an atmosphere where research is can be breathed. Let's say, like, you can breathe research here, you can be in the technology transfer even if you're not involved in research yourself while you study at bachelor or master level, because the education system here foresees a very deep and important preparation before being involved in important researches. But here the professors and the researchers are involved in high quality research. So the university is the first university in Italy for projects funded by the European Commission, meaning that the quality of the projects is very high. This is also thanks to the laboratories we have on campus, like the ones we mentioned here, but we have more than 200. So if you are interested, you can definitely find more on our website. But just to name some of them, like the wind tunnel, which is a very important labs where a lot of tests take place, and where important companies take just work for their tests on their aircrafts, helicopters, cars, and so on. And then other important labs of architecture and design and engineering. So it's important to know that when you finish your master degree, you can go on with a PhD program at Politecnico di Milano in English. And here you see the list of all of them. And also you can decide to submit a proposal to become an entrepreneur. You can get funding from the Poly Hub, which is our startup accelerator, and get support to work on your project. So it's really an opportunity you have while you study and after you finish your master degree. And why I mentioned this already, just to let you know that once you enter Politecnico di Milano at laurea level or bachelor level, then you can go on with a master degree, or if you already have a master degree, a bachelor degree, you can enter in the master degree. The majority of our programs are taught in English, so you don't have to worry about knowing Italian. And then you can also go on with a PhD program at Politecnico di Milano. And more than 7,000 international students decided to join us. So the university has about 48,000 students enrolled at the moment, and 7,000 of them are from abroad, like Irene, for example. But maybe you might want to share why you decided to come to Politecnico, and how's life for you here?
Sí, yo decidí venir al Politécnico porque yo hice el bachelor en Madrid, pero luego no quería seguir estudiando allí porque no me gustaba el máster. Y como ya he dicho antes, estudio ingeniería espacial y el Politécnico es una de las mejores universidades de Europa en este campo. Así que decidí venir aquí. Y es verdad que yo me esperaba más estudiantes internacionales en espacio, porque al ser una de las tan buena universidad y tal, pero no he encontrado muchos. Sí que es verdad que somos bastantes españoles y luego sí que hay gente también internacional, pero la mayoría son italianos. Y aún así yo me encuentro súper bien y mi grupo de amigos son principalmente italianos porque son súper abiertos. Yo me acuerdo el primer semestre que no hablaba nada de italiano y aún así hice muchísimos amigos hablando en inglés y eso, o sea que no es un problema. Y no sé, luego sí que he conocido más gente internacional en otros programas de la uni, pero depende mucho del curso de estudios que se elija, pero aún así sí que hay mucha gente internacional.
Yes, we can say that, for example, space engineering is a very, I would say, selective program. So yeah, so also it's not a big program. Like a lot of there are not so many students in the program itself, while other programs are bigger and admit more students. So this is also makes a difference. But what you said. Gives you the opportunity to share information about knowing studying Italian language here, because you said that you met friends, right? Talk in Italian, you talk Italian with them, and Politecnico di Milano requires the students who are enrolled here to learn Italian before graduating. So this is not an entry requirement. You come here and you just study in English, but while you're here, we give you the opportunity to study for free in Italian for free here, and basically make friends, have more job opportunities if you decide to stay here, visit the country, of course, and learn more about Italian culture. Irene speaks a perfect Italian now, so yeah, and she studied 2 years, right? 2 courses here at
Two
Politecnico.
courses, 1 year, sí. Yo llegué aquí sin saber nada de italiano. Chao y poco más. Y al principio sí que era muy fácil entender todo, y además luego, como ha dicho Chiara, tenemos que hacer un curso de italiano que yo lo hice online, y ahí pues aprendí las cosas básicas para poder comunicarme pues cuando iba a hacer la compra y esas cosas. Pero aún así no sentía que pudiera hablar con mis amigos en italiano. Yo estuve todo un semestre hablando en inglés con mis amigos. Pero luego ya hice otro curso y ya empecé a hablar con la gente en italiano, y además, al ser tan parecido al español, si yo veía que no me entendían algo en italiano, yo se lo decía en español y entendían perfectamente. Y poco a poco, hablando con la gente y quitándome la vergüenza, conseguí hablar italiano, y ahora pues puedo decir que hablo italiano y que me siento cómoda hablando en italiano, y joder, gracias al Politécnico por la oportunidad que nos dio del primer curso, porque si no, a lo mejor hubiera seguido con el inglés y yo hubiera dicho, pues no estudio italiano, pero estoy muy agradecida por eso y me siento comodísima ahora con el italiano.
Yes, I confirm so that she answers our emails in a perfect Italian. So definitely the courses at Politecnico di Milano and also the commitment made the difference. So she has the knowledge now, and I wish you will also. But yeah, as I was saying, you can study here in English. So these are all the programs in engineering you can pick from for if you want to study in at Politecnico di Milano. I just give you like a very quick insight of the programs, but you can find everything on the website. Of course, we don't have the time to go into details of each program. What I can say is that we offer new programs every year, so keep an eye on the website for this information. And same for the programs in architecture and design. All our master programs last 2 years, and you can know more about each program from a student's point of view by booking an appointment with them. So Irene is one of our ambassadors, one of our testimonials. She is available online if you want to know more about space engineering, or if you want to talk with her about being a student here. And you can also contact about other 40 students who are available through our Ask a Student project. You just have to scan the QR code or just browse the website, and you will find the opportunity to book a one-to-one meeting with the students, ask your questions and get answers, and just very, very easily know more about Polimi from a student who is already here. Right, Irene, you had this experience.
Sí. No, yo cuando llegué no había esto y me lo hubiera agradecido, porque sí que es verdad que contamos nuestra vida y ayudamos también a los estudiantes, porque, por ejemplo, muchos nos preguntan cómo es la vida aquí en Milán, dónde vivir, qué recomendamos hacer. Y a mí me hubiera sido muy útil, debo decir. Así que si queréis, ya sabéis, contactad con nosotros.
Yeah, and the students who've been in contact with our students are really happy or really satisfied with this opportunity. So you might already think about booking your appointment with other students. I see your reaction systems. You like the idea, so that's great. And you can also ask more about the application procedure. I will describe the application procedure now. In just to let you know how it works. The first thing to know is that you have to be eligible, so you should check the entry requirements of the program you are interested in. Usually, of course, you need to have a bachelor degree related to the master you select, and also have a knowledge of English, so provide an English language certificate. But in addition, there might be some requirements for each program, and you can definitely find them on the website. What you need to do if you have the requirements is just to apply. So you register, you get your password and username, and you select the program you want to apply for. You can pick 2 programs, and then you upload the required documents I will show you in the next slide. After you've completed all the documents upload, you can pay the application fee, which is 50 euros. These are the documents. There are some which are mandatory, like the ones you see on the left. They are your academic documents, so the degree or a document attesting you're at last year of your education, your transcripts with the grades you obtained so far, your CV, a portfolio if you are applying for architecture and design, and the language proficiency, which you see below. So we accept a lot of them. We also accept a bachelor degree taught in English. So if in case you have studied in a country where English, where you studied in English, we accept it. And again, Italian is only required if you apply for an Italian taught program. In addition to these documents, you can add and you can upload your GRE, if you're applying for engineering and architecture, a letter of motivation, a letter of recommendation from a professor or from an employer, and then the course description of your bachelor degree. So these are the set of documents you need to upload. You have to upload them before submitting your application. You cannot add anything after you submitted the application. So be careful and apply only once you have all of them. Overall, of course, the mandatory ones. You can apply until March 2nd to enter September 2023. And in case you have an Italian or European nationality, you can apply until May. So there is a little bit more time. Concerning the fees, non-European students pay 3,900 euros per year, while European students, and again, if you have an Italian or European nationality, you pay according to your family income or your income, and the minimum is 900 euros, the maximum 3,900 per year. And again, the master degrees are 2 years. In addition to these, and again, these fees are, I would say, reasonable. Since we are talking about one of the best technical universities in the world, we are really among the best 20th technical universities in the world. So they're quite okay. But for talented students, we have some scholarships which cover the tuition fees and offer also some pocket money. So you don't have to apply for these scholarships. You just need to apply to the program. And in case of admission, you might be considered for them. And you might be offered a merit-based scholarship. Or you can apply for other scholarships which are offered by the Italian government. like, for example, the Invest Your Talent Scholarship, which is offered to some students from specific countries. So have a look on the website, find out more, and definitely submit your application if you are interested in a tuition fee waiver. So this is all the important stuff, sorry, about the application procedure and the cost for studying at Politecnico di Milano. What we offer back is definitely a high-level education, as Irene can probably confirm. I think you've been taking exams so until a few days ago, and I guess like other students, it was not so easy. According to what I know, it's quite demanding, but also, let's say, important. And at the same time, we also offer the opportunity to to enjoy life here. So we really care, let's say, about the students' experience. We try to welcome the students the best way we can, and also to have them involved in different activities like sports activities, students associations, the language courses, as we mentioned, and also, of course, to be part and to be present in the cultural events we organize. I know that Irene is quite active from in many different areas, so I leave you floor. Maybe you want to share something about this.
Sí, a ver, a mí me gustaría empezar por la Welcome Week, porque aunque suena un poco atópico, yo conocí a mi grupo de amigos allí. El primer día ya me acerqué a unos españoles y yo conocí allí a mis amigos, así que muy recomendable ir si venís solos y no conocéis a nadie, porque la gente es súper amigable y además también es útil para temas de la universidad, no solo para hacer amigos. Luego también puedo decir que yo tuve un buddy y que me resultó muy útil para entender cómo funcionaba la universidad desde el punto de vista desde más estudiante. Y también ahora pertenezco a dos asociaciones de la universidad que son bastante distintas entre sí, porque una es polifonía, porque yo toco el violonchelo, entonces quería seguir un poco con mi hobby. Y hay asociaciones de ese tipo más culturales, más que no están relacionadas con los estudios, como esta. Y luego también formo parte de Polyspace, que es otra asociación, pero esta es más ingenierística, porque estamos desarrollando un CubeSat, entonces es más desde el punto de vista de Space Engineering. Y la verdad es que estoy súper contenta y he conocido a mucha gente allí con los mismos intereses que yo. Y una cosa que me gustaría decir es que el idioma de las dos asociaciones, aunque parezca mentira, es el inglés. Yo pensaba que iba a ser el italiano porque al final casi todo el mundo es italiano, pero no, y eso me resultó muy positivo porque al final también los estudiantes internacionales nos sentimos acogidos en ese aspecto.
Well, that's great. Thank you for sharing, Irene. I think I really admire students of Politecnico di Milano because what I know is that studying here is not easy. It's quite demanding, and so having the time and the desire to be part and be involved in other activities is really admirable from my point of view. And also, for example, during the pandemic, students of the associations were really very active. Also Polifonia, they really gave us a very nice time organizing some events, some more concerts online. So it's a very important part of a student's life, and it's gives value also to us, to the people who work at the university. So that's really important. And at the same time, our colleagues, they also organize some sport activities to just enjoy life, to be in contact, to make friends, and to be active as well, of course. And so if you are fond of sports, you can maybe find more about on polimi.sport. Sport.polimi.it website. And then focusing on the student's career, because at the end of the day, one day, once you graduate, you should also think about finding a job opportunity. Well, we try to link you, to make you in contact with the professionals, so the job market, since we have an office which is called the Career Service, which organizes job fairs on campus, workshops with employers, career guidance, of course. They publish job opportunities on the website really if daily, I might say, and the results are really good. So the employability rate is really high. The majority of our students have a job within 1 year from graduation in the field they studied, of course, and half of the international alumni decide to stay here, to remain in Italy for their first job. So this is a very important result from our point of view, because of course we care about the students even after they graduate, and this makes Politecnico di Milano one of the best technical universities in the world. You can see it here. We are first in Italy, and we are a really good place in design, architecture, and engineering. This is because the quality of education is high, and also because there is a lot of passion behind what professors, researchers, and students do here at Politecnico Milano. We give you the opportunity to go abroad also, to be here and then take part in international programs, to exchange programs like the ones you see here on the slide. And this, of course, we just leave you the opportunity to be in contact with us, to ask your questions, and to know more about Polimi even before arriving here. That's something you can do through our inquiry form, or by contacting our ambassadors through the Ask a Students project. Or, of course, you can do it here now, because we are available for your questions. Thank you so much.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias, Irene y Kiara. Tengo aquí algunas preguntas que me mandaron. La primera es para Irene y dice que, ¿qué tan fuerte fue el choque cultural cuando llegaste a Milán?
Pues para mí el choque no fue muy grande, porque yo siempre digo que españoles e italianos nos parecemos mucho. Y, y sí que me sentí como en casa, es decir, porque son personas muy abiertas. A mí me habían dicho que el norte de Italia era un poco más cerrado, que eran más bordes y tal, que el sur eran maravillosos, pero yo llegué aquí y la verdad que toda la gente con la que me he encontrado han sido encantadores. Y el choque cultural, pues eso, o sea, al final es vida mediterránea y yo no he notado mucho cambio.
I can also say something about what other students told me come from Latin America, like from Colombia, Argentina. I used to travel a lot, around the world to meet the students, and then I meet them here. And I can say that in general, what Irene said is valid also for students coming from far away, because she's from Spain, which might be not so different from a cultural point of view. But I can say that also for people from Latin America, usually they're really happy here. They don't feel a big shock. And also there is a big community of students from South America here. So you will definitely find friends who live the same situation as you when you arrive.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias. Aquí también nos preguntan sobre el accommodation, cómo funciona y qué opciones hay.
Okay, about that. Politecnico di Milano has some residences, so students can book a place in the residences. There is a specific moment of the year where students can book this a room. But honestly speaking, it's not so easy to get a room because there are not enough for all the students we have. So what we suggest, and also is something we suggest also before coming. So we organize some welcome webinar with pre-arrival webinar to inform the students about this. Is to also get in contact with ESN, the Erasmus Students Network, because they have some partnership with agencies and private people who rent their place, and also have a look on the website of the residencies of Politecnico di Milano, where you can find a list of reliable agencies and residencies which are not part of Politecnico di Milano, but where you can get some discount. I don't know if you, Irene, want to say something about accommodation.
No, es que yo tuve mucha suerte cuando encontré piso, porque yo lo encontré a través de una página web que también es famosa en España y desde Idealista, pero al final yo hablé con el casero directamente y tuve muchísima suerte. Pero sí que me gustaría decir que en cuanto sepáis que os han admitido en el Politécnico, poneos a buscar casa, porque es difícil encontrar relación calidad-precio, es difícil encontrar algo aquí en Milán. Entonces, sobre todo después del COVID, que la mayoría de estudiantes estamos viniendo ya a Milán, porque antes que se podían hacer las clases online, sí que hubo estudiantes que no estaban presencialmente en Milán y había más oferta de apartamentos, pero ahora es difícil. Entonces, cuanto antes lo sepáis y antes empecéis, mejor.
Yes, I agree. And again, you can get in contact with ESN, Erasmus Students Network, as soon as you are admitted, to know what are the opportunities.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias. Aquí también nos preguntan, ¿qué tan costosa es la vida en Milán?
That's a good question. It depends on where you come from, I think, and to compare the life cost. The rent is expensive. We cannot hide that. Renting a place, a room, or it might be expensive in Milan. Concerning the life itself, I would say it's average compared to, or even lower than other cities in Europe. So it's really hard to answer the questions it's not easy to compare to the place where you come from, because we don't live there, we don't know. But in general, the life for students is not so expensive. And Irene, of course, you can disagree, but I might say that the rent, it might be quite expensive. So we're talking about 500 to 800 euros per month for a place to stay. The life itself, I don't know.
Yo ahora mismo estoy pagando en torno a 600 euros al mes y es muy buena habitación, pero por una habitación individual. Luego, si queréis habitación doble, pues es más barato, pero el precio de habitación individual es lo que ha dicho Chiara. También depende muchísimo de la zona de Milán.
Sí, yeah. Exactamente.
The rent itself for like if you share a room, it can be, I don't know, 300 euros per month. So like less expensive. But if you want a room for yourself or even a place for yourself, yeah, you have to consider about that expense I mentioned before. Then we, as being a university student, you have a lot of discounts. So you can you can pay less for the transports, for the museums, exhibitions, and so on, of course, and sometimes for food as well. But yeah, the rent must be taken into consideration as an expense.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias. Y pues es como en todos lados, ¿no? Todo depende de cómo te vayas acomodando. Y, y claro, pueden primero llegar como a alguna habitación compartida o algo así y después como ir sondeando em, y partir de ahí. Aquí esto me lleva a mi siguiente pregunta, que es si tienen permiso de trabajo los estudiantes y también si la universidad ofrece algún tipo de internship.
Mhm. Okay, that's a different like yeah, students can work. It's different for non-European students because they are allowed to work up to 20 hours per week, so it's like a part-time job. But I don't think that students of Politecnico di Milano would be able to work more than part-time if they want to study, have a good, successful career as a student at Politecnico di Milano. So let's say, yes, you can work part-time. You can also apply for a job which is under the frame of 150 hours collaboration, which is something Irene is doing with us. So that's another opportunity to get paid for collaborating with the offices of the university and combining your let's say your workload as a student and also these activities on campus. That concerning internship, yes, we do offer internship. A lot of programs have it as compulsory requirement. So in the frame of the 2 years of master degree, you have to take an internship, and the career service helps in finding one, or anyway, you can find one by yourself. The majority of the time, it's not paid internship. It's because it's part of the curriculum, but sometimes it's also paid. That's what I might share. Irene, maybe you have something more to say.
No, en realidad no.
Okay.
Solo que las 150 horas del Politécnico ayudan.
Yeah, what I say, what I tell students is always that you can work, you can save money for your study, funding your studies, but you have to come with some savings. I mean, you don't rely on this only, because when you arrive, it's not like you straight away start working here or you find a job straight away. You have to consider I think about 3, 4, even 5 months to settle down, understand where you are, find a place, find how we study here, and everything. So when you arrive, you have to consider having some savings, and then start looking for a job or this kind of cooperation.
Perfecto, muchísimas gracias. Aquí Luisa nos pregunta sobre las becas. ¿Nos puedes contar un poquito más?
Of course, yeah. Well, as I was saying, there are different kinds of scholarships we offer. Some of them are called merit-based scholarships, so they cover the tuition fees and might offer you also some pocket money. And these are for talented students, so only based on the documents, the application documents you present when you apply. So professors will look at your documents, will decide whether you are admitted or not. If you are admitted, you will be considered also for the scholarships. In addition to these kind of scholarships, there are others which are offered by the Italian government or by your government itself. So some countries have specific scholarship which are offered for students to go abroad and study. And also our government has this kind of opportunity. One of them is called Investor Talent in Italy, and the application is open now. And then there are others which are called Maici, and they also will open soon. On our website, International Prospective Students website, you will find the link to scholarships and the list of all of them. And also, we will send you a follow-up email after the webinar, probably tomorrow or after tomorrow, and you will find the link.
Excelente, muchísimas gracias. También aquí nos preguntan si tienes algún tip para el portafolio eh, em, de arquitectura y diseño.
Mhm. Okay, yeah. Well, the professors are not really, let's say, open to suggestions, meaning that they prefer to the students to be free to send their work, prepare their work by themselves, and they don't give any specific requirements for the portfolio. What we suggest, however, knowing which students are admitted and which are not, is to focus on the quality of the projects and not on the number. So you need to present, let's say 5, 6 projects maximum, and describe them in English. Present them in a good way, not include all the projects you've been working on during your bachelor degree, for example. And then the second tip I can give is just to read a lot about the program. So have a look on the content of each subject of the program to create a tailored portfolio. So you are presenting a portfolio specifically for that program. And if you apply for 2 different programs, you present 2 different portfolios with the specific projects related to the program you apply for. These are my suggestions. But then feel free to present your works as you want, because that's also a selection element for the professor.
Súper, muchísimas gracias, Kiara. Aquí tengo otra pregunta que es, si quisiera iniciar mi proceso de admisión, ¿cuál es el primer paso?
Okay, the first thing to do is to read the requirements of the program. So let's say if you study, I don't know, now you study engineering, for example, energy engineering, and you want to go on with energy engineering, it's perfectly fine. If you want to just change a little bit your career and you want to apply, I don't know, for electronics, just go on the page of the web of the program itself, read if you are eligible for that program or not. So the first thing to do is to know if you are eligible. Then once you know that, you go on with the applications. You go on the Polimi website, click on International Prospective Students Application Procedure, and start your application. As I was saying before, it's important you have all your documents with you ready to be uploaded when you start your application, because you cannot add anything after you submit your application. That's only one shot. So you have to apply only once you have all the documents we require with you, and you can upload them on your profile.
Excelente, muchísimas gracias. Creo que de mi parte son todas las preguntas. No sé si quieran decir como un mensaje final para los estudiantes antes de que pongamos el último video.
Irene?
Yo solo quiero decir que, bueno, primero muchas gracias por haber venido y luego que os esperamos aquí, primero en Ask a Student para responderos todas vuestras dudas y luego que os esperamos en Milán. Esperemos que os haya gustado la presentación.
Sí, también yo. Y gracias a todos. Gracias, Carlas, y gracias, Irene, porque me gustó mucho compartir el video contigo.
Gracias.
Chao, gracias.
Chao.
Muchísimas gracias a ambas y muchísimas gracias a todos los estudiantes que nos acompañaron. Espero que les haya servido esta información. Subiremos este video el día de mañana al canal de The Student World para que puedan volver a verlo y compartirlo con quien crean que se pueda beneficiar de esta oportunidad. Y bueno, nos despedimos nosotras con un video. Espero estén muy bien y nos vemos a la próxima.